Hello, Joy Francis here, Casual Gamer, and let's play Fallout 4. We are upgrading. We're up at level 10 now. I think we should master the art of deal. Buying and selling prices of vendors are better. I mean, that would be pretty good too. No, not armor. Weapon mods. Ooh, 25 more weight. But that means we need to get our strength up a notch as well. I say we're gonna go with the charisma. Get better prices on things. Because we're getting screwed. Let's continue our mission. We're gonna go find our baby.
Nick.
Take a seat.
Alright.
When you're trying to find someone who's gone missing, the devil is in the details. Tell me everything you can, no matter how painful it might be.
My wife was murdered. She was trying to keep them from taking Sean, and they just...
It's okay. You don't need to say anything more.
So, we're talking about a group of cold-hearted killers, but they waited until something went wrong to resort to violence. What else can you tell me?
There was a man and a woman. They didn't say much, but I remember they called me the backup.
So we're talking a small team. Professionals. The kind that know to keep their lips tight when they're on the job. Not sure what the backup means, though. Anything else you remember?
We're looking for my son, Sean. He's less than a year old. Why would anyone take him?
Good question. Why your family in particular? And why an infant? Someone would be taking on all of his care, and a baby needs a lot of it. Well, that confirms it.
I
This
think
isn't a
they
random
want my kid
kidnapping.
for my DNA or
Whoever
some
took
shit.
your kid had an agenda. There's a lot of groups in the Commonwealth that take people. Raiders, super mutants, the Gunners, and of course there's the Institute.
So you think this institute is responsible?
Well, they're the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. Something goes wrong, everyone blames them. Easy to see why. Those early model synths of theirs strip whole towns for parts, killing everything in their way. Then you got the newer models, good as human, that infiltrate cities and pull strings from the shadows. Worst of all, no one knows why they do it, what their plan is, or where they are. Not even me. And I'm a synth myself. A discarded prototype, anyway.
No.
You're a prototype?
As far as I know. Never seen any other synth like myself. There's the older ones that are dumb as rocks and all metal, and there's the newer ones that are almost human. I'm somewhere in between.
Either way, I need to find Sean.
You're right. The speculation is getting us off track. Let's focus on what you saw. What did these kidnappers look like?
One of them came right up to me. Bald head. Scar across his left eye.
Wait. It couldn't be. You didn't hear the name Kellogg at all, did you?
Who is he? Do you think he has Sean?
It's way too big of a coincidence. Ellie, what notes do we have about the Kellogg case?
The description matches. Bald head, scar, reputation for dangerous mercenary work, but no one knows who his employer is.
And he bought a house here in town, right? And he had a kid with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. The house in the abandoned West Stands. The boy with him was around 10 years old.
You said he lives here? He's still in town?
They both vanished a while back, if I'm remembering right. But that house is still there. Let's you and I take a walk over to Kellogg's last known address.
See, I had a feeling
See
that
if
I
we
was
can
refrozen
snoop out
for
where
those
he
10
went.
years.
Security doesn't really go to that part of town, but you two should still be careful.
I always am.
Chill, lady. I saved this guy. I got guns. We're good. Plus, I got the Minuteman.
I didn't want Ellie to hear this, but I think you should know. Everything I dug up about Kellogg before his disappearance is bad news. He's more than just a mercenary. He's a professional. Quick, clean, thorough. Has no enemies because they're all dead. Except you. 9-to-1 odds says he's our man. It's more than just you identifying his distinguishing features. The M.O. is all him as well. Leading a small team to kidnap a baby and leaving one of the parents alive for later? Not many mercs in the Commonwealth can pull that off.
Yeah, but this is me we're talking about now. I'm ready.
Lock's really strong.
Keep an eye out, will you? See if I can get this open. That's one heck of a lock. Got something to hide, Kellogg? Why don't you give it a try?
Don't think I can pick this.
No luck? Guess we'll need to find the key. See that platform in the distance, near the city entrance? That's the elevator to the mayor's office. Why don't you go ask around there? I'll stay here and see if I can jimmy this lock. The mayor's office is near the entrance of the city. The platform should take you up.
Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, crap.
Get your copy in public. We expose the truth behind the institute.
Ah, crap. Sorry, bro. We'll be back. We can take the next one. So, Diamond City. Boston Red Sox.
Mayor come out of his office, huh? He's afraid of talking to the press? I bet if I said I was with the institute, he'd come running.
You ever think maybe
Fuck
you
off,
could get a
Piper.
man's attention easier if you use softer words, honey?
funny business
maybe
around the mayor.
shout a little
Got it.
less.
Oh, that reminds me of this article I'm writing about the mayor's
Ah,
affair with
yes.
the
I
sheriff.
remember you. Our new arrival. I wish I was in your shoes, getting to see our glorious city for the first time. How can I help you?
How do I want to approach this? Nick is a synth. I don't think they appreciate him being around.
I'm looking for a key to a house in the city. I assume the mayor's office has a copy.
Well, we don't have every key in the city. Where would we put them all? Besides, every citizen in my city has a right to their privacy. Now, if we did have a key, only the owner can ask for it. That's my final word.
Please, Mayor McDonough. This man Kellogg kidnapped my son. I need to find him.
I see. I'm sorry.
Oh, I want to shoot you in the
However horrible
head.
the crimes this Mr. Kellogg may have committed, your word alone isn't hard evidence.
I understand. You have rules. Maybe for the right amount, you can bend them a bit.
What? How dare you? I'm the mayor, for God's sake, not some thug for hire.
So that's it? You're not going to help?
Security is part of what keeps Diamond City above the petty squabbles and misfortunes of the Commonwealth. I can't betray that for anything.
Fine. Thanks for nothing.
I know it's disappointing, but I have to think of all the people of Diamond City, not just the needs of one person.
You're going to die. I am going
have a
to
minute?
kill you.
What is it?
When we first met, I admit, I had my doubts about you, but you've done nothing but impress me. You're just who the Minutemen needed to bring us back from the brink.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from you.
You've probably realized by now how important the Minutemen are to me. When I was a kid, the Minutemen were my heroes. They were the only good guys around, really. When I turned 17, I joined up with Ezra Hollis's company. He was one of the good ones. Really believed in the old-time Minuteman way. We had a few good years there. I felt
What's
like I
this
was part of
about?
something bigger than me. Like I was really helping make the Commonwealth a better place.
That's good.
It sounds like you were really making a difference.
I think we were. I'm sure there was a lot of, the politics. I guess General Becker was able to keep a lid on it. But after he was killed, it all came out in the open. I couldn't believe it at first. These guys were supposed to be Minutemen. They were supposed to put their duty to the people ahead of everything else. You probably think I was pretty naive, huh? I guess I was. Still am, too. Even after everything, I still believe that the Minutemen can be what I always thought they were.
We are the good guys.
We're doing our best. And a lot of it has to do with your example. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, thanks. Anyway, I appreciate you taking the time to listen.
Anytime, Preston.
Thanks, man. We probably better get back to it.
Back about this key business, I assume. I'm sorry, but I cannot condone unlawful searches of people's property.
How about I search your property? Ooh.
You sure that's worth taking with us?
Yep.
What the?
Do it right in front of him. Asshole. The password is going to be... It's going to start with an S. No, it's not going to start with an S. ING. The I. So it's going to be letter I. Nah, I don't really know. What?
Down.
Why the hell are you shooting at me? We're just gonna do this. I guess using the computer was a bad idea in front of them because they just want to kill me now. And we really don't want that to happen.
Didn't want Ellie to hear this, but I think you should know. Everything I dug up about Kellogg before his disappearance? Bad news. He's more than just a mercenary.
Won't be able to pick this.
They're all dead. Except you. 9 to 1 odds says he's our man. It's more than just you
Yeah, come on.
identifying
Where's my lock picking skills? There they are. Level 7, yeah. We could have totally used that.
distinguishing features. The MO is all him as well. Leading a small team to kidnap a baby and leaving one of the parents alive for later.
No way I could pick
Not
this.
Any mercs in the
Okay,
Commonwealth can
shut
pull
up.
that
Let's
off.
do this.
Here we are. Keep an eye out, will you? See if I can get this open. That's one heck of a lock. Got something to hide, Kellogg? Why don't you give it a try?
Don't think I can pick this.
I can't do it.
No luck? Guess we'll need to find the key. See that platform in the distance? Near the city entrance?
Read the public and be
That's the
prepared.
elevator to the mayor.
I like doing parkour. My negotiation skills aren't the greatest. I thought that's what that sale perk would have done.
Huh? He's afraid of
Ah,
talking to the
shut
press.
up.
No
I bet
funny
if I said
business
I was
around
with
the mayor.
institute-
Shut up.
You ever think maybe
McDonough?
we could get a man
Ah,
to visit
yes.
your
I
house,
remember you.
honey? Maybe shout a little.
Nick Valentine wanted me to see you.
Did he now? Some investigation, I assume? You two aren't trying to get me into hot water now, are you?
A man named Kellogg used to live in this city. I need to search his house.
I see. Well, whatever reasons you have, I take my citizens' privacy very seriously. Even after they've left. I can't allow you to invade someone else's home. That's all there is to it.
So that's it? You're not going to help?
Security is part of what keeps Diamond City.
Please, Mayor McDonough. This man Kellogg kidnapped my son. I need to find him.
I see. I'm sorry.
Fine. Thanks for nothing.
I know it's disappointing.
The mayor's receiving visitors as long as...
Where's this taking me? They're playing like a Charlie Brown Christmas music inside here too. I am headed to the basement of somewhere. We're gonna like steal this key or something.
You're Sullivan, right?
So, you're that traitor Piper was talking about. Something tells me she's pulled the wool over my eyes again. Am I right?
Piper's done this before?
All the time. Thing is, sometimes she's bluffing, and sometimes there really is a group of 50 raiders just over the hill screaming for blood. So I usually just let her in. Not this time, though. Mayor's on the warpath. Anyway, welcome to Diamond City and all that. I gotta get back to work.
Hey, Sullivan.
Can't talk. All this chatting is gonna tarnish my tough cop persona.
Head on inside.
Officer?
Got a question? Should talk to Sullivan.
Okay, so what was the point of that? Colonial Tap House is Dempsey's upscale tavern. This settlement is more wealthy residents drink, socialize, and generally look down on everyone else. But is that gonna like get me the key to this house? Or should we just like screw off, go do some other sort of mission, and then come back to this? I don't know.
If McDonough won't give you the key, try his secretary, Geneva. She's not above taking a bribe.
Well, now you tell me this shit? Couldn't have told me that in the first place?
Is Mayor McDonough telling the truth? What does he have to hide? Read the public for the...
Oh my god. Preston, man. What's going on, buddy? Doo-doo-doo. What do I have on my map? Or is it something you wanna send me to? No, I helped them already. Helped them already. Could always go back to Super Drug Mart. Yeah, you wanted me to do something up here. Museum of Witchcraft. We didn't even end up in Good Neighbor, did we? Because we went to the Peak, Park Street Station, then Vault 114. You're not gonna get on there, bud? No? Okay. You'll just find your own way up, right? You'll just climb up that big ladder. What to do? What to do, man? How many caps do I even have? Oh, 327. Why is that there?
Oh, look who it is.
Fuck off.
What brings you to the mayor's office, huh?
What are you doing here, Piper?
Nuh-uh. Not until it's in print. You can read all about it in the next issue.
If you are done crowding the reception area, Miss Piper, the mayor needs to make time for more responsible citizens.
I was just leaving anyway.
Did you need something else?
Who do I talk to if I need to find a key to a house that's been locked up?
If you're talking about a property that the city has seized, we only have one on the books. Mr. Kellogg's old house. You'd have to ask the mayor directly if you want the keys.
Come on. Can't you help me yourself?
And if I could, why should I?
Please. All I want to do is find my son. The man who owned that house kidnapped him.
I've heard the sob stories before, so save them.
Maybe we can reach an agreement? I just happen to have a pile of caps here.
A gift? For me? Oh, how generous. Oh, there I go again, leaving a key out on my desk and forgetting to put it back.
Yeah, thanks. Later. This better yield something. If not my kid, at least some money. Fuck. 250 caps, man. That's a lot of dough.
Get your copy of the public. We expose the truth behind the Institute.
Got the key? All right, let's head in. You do the honors.
I got the
Let's
key!
take a look around. Kellogg must have left something behind.
There better be something here. There better be a lot of somethings here.
I bet that'll fetch more than a few caps.
Place seems small to you? Figured a guy like Kellogg would think big.
Fucking taking everything. You just sit there.
Nothing here. Did you check out that desk?
Hey, hey, hey.
Well, that's one way to hide a room. Well, look at this. All of a Merc's favorite things.
Ooh, move out of my way. This cost me 250 caps.
Hey, Valentine.
Check out what's on that table.
Will you get out of my way? Oh, stem packs.
Gwinnett Stout beer, 44 caliber bullets, and cigars. San Francisco Sunlights.
Interesting brand. Won't lead us anywhere on its own, though.
Any suggestions, Nick?
What about dog meat? Commonwealth mutt like him can track a man's scent for miles. Why don't you go fetch him and let him have a whiff? See if he picks up the trail. Before you head out, I know this is personal business. If you have to face Kellogg on your own, just say so. Besides, you already have plenty of company. We can't all go sniffing through the Commonwealth after one man.
Any words of wisdom?
If Kellogg really is the one who kidnapped your son, then he's dangerous. But so are you. You don't need to be afraid of him, or anything else the Commonwealth throws at you.
I don't know. I might need your help on this one, but maybe I should go on my own.
If you need me, just come knocking. If not, then the next time I see you, I hope it's with your son, safe and sound.
Awesome. So I have to like clean this place dry. Ish. Ooh, duct tape, corn. Alright, guys, on. I think we should go back to our... Oops. We should head back to... Maybe we should go sell some stuff first.